First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Blake Groupie, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
In motion comes Andrews. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He's got the connection, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Rattler now back to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here we go. Here's Rattler. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's Miller. And he's into the end zone. Henry Miller. Touchdown, Saints. Blake Ruby comes on for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Again, working deep downfield. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. Throwing now is Rattler. That'll be caught downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Throwing is Rattler. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. To throw, it's Rattler. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the one he was looking for, and that will lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
A gain there of 11. First down, New Orleans.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play call, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, he gets there just a little bit quicker. He can get two hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mixing run, mixing pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Hardy now with the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards. They'll motion over Flowers. A 1st down throw for Jackson. A ball deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively. I mean, just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Again, it's Jackson. To the tight end, Likely. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to New Orleans. After this, a field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. To the air one more time with Jackson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert 1st downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both. And when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively, it'll set up a fourth down.
Groupie for the Saints field goal. A 27-yard.
Groupie's kick is good. And the Saints stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Hardy now with the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Jackson going up top and looking for Flowers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Try again. It's second and 10. Now, Jackson. Now he'll run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
On third down, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. Open receiver, it's Pettis. And he's going to have a Saints first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down. They'll look to throw yet again. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Back to the air once more on second down. This throw right side is caught by Hill. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Saints first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, set. Set, go. Ready.
Now the first carry of the game for Jamal Williams. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Looking to throw, Rattler. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. On the ground, it's Kamara. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line.
Brings up second and 8 at the Ravens' 33-yard line.
Second down and 8. Rattler now back to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Here's Rattler. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
They'll run here with Kamara. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Again, it'll be Kamara. Powering forward. He's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown Saints. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead.
Murphy to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of 1st.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Jackson now. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Give him 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. On the handoff, it's Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.